Do you have heart disease and were you told to follow a low-fat diet? If so, I would question that. Not everyone benefits from going low-fat. In fact, I don't think very many people at all benefit from going low-fat. The only way that you really know this is if you test, if you do testing to see how your body is actually metabolizing fats. Otherwise, this is too broad of a statement and recommendation, and it is harmful because we need fat in the diet. We need fat to be able to absorb very important fat-soluble vitamins, vitamins A, D, E, and K. We need fat to synthesize hormones. We need fat for our brain. Fat is a necessary macronutrient in our body in so many ways. In fact, fat and protein are really necessary in our body, whereas carbohydrates are not. Carbohydrates we can live without. Sure, we would lose out on the fiber that comes from carbohydrates, and we need that fiber for optimal health. So yes, we do need fiber, but we would survive. If we don't have fat or protein, that would be much more dire. And so to make a blanket statement that everyone should eat low fat, to me, seems very irresponsible. What are you going to tell people living in the most northern places in the world that basically rely on seal and whale meat and blubber? What are you going to tell those people that they should eat low? What are they going to eat? It's such a crazy recommendation to me. I had a patient in cardiac rehab who was otherwise healthy. He was athletic. I think he was a triathlete. He came to cardiac rehab after having bypass surgery, which was shocking to him after, living the super healthy lifestyle. And he followed, I think it's Dr. Esselstyn's book on eating low fat, taking all fat out of the diet, even like nuts and seeds and avocados and things we consider healthy. And guess what? I think it was a year later, maybe 2, he had another bypass surgery. Awful. That is awful to have to go through something like that twice. Even once is like too much. It's crazy, and it's preventable. And sadly, he took the wrong advice. We need to understand what macronutrients are doing in the body. If you're going to go low fat, guess what? I'm guessing you're probably going to be eating a lot of carbohydrates, unless you're going to go truly carnivore. And if you're eating a lot of carbohydrates, guess what's happening? You're probably spiking your blood sugar. And I can tell you, based on my experience wearing my CGM, I had lentil soup with, it had some tuna in it and lots of vegetables. And that's pretty much most people would consider a healthy meal. That spiked my blood sugar more than anything else I ate that day. So we don't all metabolize carbohydrates well. Some of us, it really does spike our blood sugar. And if we spike our blood sugar, guess what? We're spiking our insulin. So now we have high levels of insulin in the blood, which is damaging to the artery wall. And the more that we're doing this, the more our cells are going to become resistant to that insulin, and we're going to end up pumping out more and more insulin, and eventually we develop insulin resistance, a huge marker, a huge driver for cardiovascular disease. And when I say cardiovascular disease, heart disease, stroke, peripheral vascular disease, kidney disease, we don't want any of this, right? And so you want to know what's going on. You want to know what's going on under the hood. You want to be testing. As a functional medicine wellness coach, I can help you get the testing. Of course, I'm not going to diagnose. I'm not going to treat disease. However, I can help you learn what's going on in your body, learn about your own physiology, how you're metabolizing different macronutrients so that you can dial in your diet for optimal metabolic health. You can eat things that are going to reduce inflammation, reduce oxidation, help you learn how to balance your nervous system. This is what I do as a functional medicine wellness coach, and I am passionate about helping people understand their own body so that they can optimize and not just use blanket statements that are in no way beneficial for every person. Sure, maybe like 0.01% of people should eat a low-fat diet. Anyway, this is my rant for this morning. I am Angie with Heart Wellness Coaching. Join me on the 22nd of January. It's a Thursday at noon Pacific time, where I'm going to talk about the Heart Health Reset, my program that I am rolling out this year to help people truly reset their heart health and learn everything they need to know about maintaining good heart health and optimal health and longevity. So it's going to be a great session. Again, Thursday the 22nd at noon. I'll have a link in my bio, and I'll also try to have it above this video depending on what platform you are watching it. Follow me for more information.